to, because I used to work in corporate communications. I was made redundant, to be frank, from a job, as many people were in COVID. And so I had to decide, I had a decision to make whether I wanted to do the same thing I'd been doing for many years or do something different. And this was my idea.
The curator of this show, his name's Prue Maltby, wanted artists to reflect connection, coming together of things, particularly in response to the isolation lots of people have felt through the last 18 months. So for me, influences have always been Oriental ceramics and the English traditions of ceramics as well. So the shape of the jars that I've made, which are round, they're called moon jars, and they originate in Korea from 16th century, so very old shape, very much revered both there and in Britain. And I wanted to cross those over with this English tradition of harvest jugs, which come from Devon and Cornwall, and have these beautifully ornate surfaces. And since they're both sort of celebratory things, and because nature is what's brought us through this, and nature is often the subject of the harvest jugs, I wanted to put those things together to give something which has a sense of exuberance and joy and renewal about it.
I'm exhibiting a piece of glass that is blown under my direction. It's got two colour layers on the inside and it's clear glass. And I work back through the colour layers with a sandblaster, and so I'm carving through one colour into the second colour and sometimes back into the clear, which shows as white, in order to realise my design. And I've got birds and seed heads. I cover it with a plastic film and I cut with a scalpel and I make a single-use stencil. And so that gives it guidance. Where I pull off the plastic film, then I sandblast into those cuts that I've made and carve through the layers.
Well, the piece, which is called, now this is where I'll get it really wrong, it's called Pink Chords, Colour Orange and Sound Ouch. And it's basically, it was a sensory response. The pink cast bit, which is out of pink dental plaster, was cast from an old plastic container for pink salmon mousse. It looks a bit like a headphone, and it's got these little entomology pins sticking out of it. So the little black pins are pins for pinning out insects, and that is to do with pink sound. It's got these two spheres which are joined by a chord, and I suppose the chord again is referencing a musical chord.
My favourite piece in the exhibition is Eleanor Bartlett, the big abstract metal paint and tar piece. It's called Mater 3. It's beautiful. It's so powerful. It's just like when you look at that picture, it's just like being smacked. It knocks you backwards.
So we used to run in Winchester Street, we used to have a gallery called the Urmson Burnett Gallery. So for us to see something like this happening is great. It's a lovely thing to be involved with, because finally the vision we had, I don't know, 16 years ago is coming to realisation here.
So the gallery focuses on contemporary art. Of course, that's a wide spectrum, and to some extent, when the gallery's new, I'm going to be deliberately diverse in what we offer, because I want to offer the people of Salisbury as wide a choice as possible. I think over time, I will probably narrow that down